hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip
Bars is back.
hip hop,
SamAnt O'God. What's
hip
up with you?
hop.
I done watched them niggas do interview after interview. They not culture vultures, the culture something they been into. So if you never gave them a view, I recommend you do. Cause when they question guests, they message is not subliminal. It don't matter if you a rookie or at your pinnacle. They gon' touch on stuff that you did and what you finna do. It's uncensored too. Yo, they never had a goofy show. But I saw some boys on they show acting goofy though. Well, if you think they L stupid though, you would get exposed like the hoes on OnlyFans letting coochie show. To introduce the show.
Talk about he was broke, but I didn't really believe too much of it. I'm gonna tell you what I think this is though, Sam, man. I know what it is actually. He may not be making as much as he made in 2019, 18. He's still loaded with money. He's still gonna make money. I think that it all comes down to this lawsuit that he got for robbing those, kids or, young adults. I think it was out there in New York that they filmed or whatever. And they trying to sue him, but they pretty much stating that, they lost their career, pain and suffering. I mean, you probably, somebody robs you and whatnot, you're going to have some type of, psychological damage probably from that. So he's looking at paying maybe a few $1 million to them. That's what I think this is about, setting the stage for when that time comes. Because what really confirmed it was Wack 100 went on there and was like, yeah, he had to borrow $20 from him. I'm like, nigga, please. You staging, you're setting it up. Almost like kind of even with the game and whatnot. How he took all his assets and put it in Wack 100's name. You're clearing the books and because you're trying to make it seem like you're not really making that much money. That's why if you think about it, he's been off the internet kind of. He ain't really been flashing like that. All, you know what I mean? Because he knows, not that that's going to break him, but who wants to pay $2, $3, $4 million? We seen what happened with Cardi B and Tasha K. You never thought, who would ever thought that a YouTuber had to pay Cardi B $4 million? And this one's open and shut because it's criminal. Yeah. Talking about 6ix9ine, it's evidence out there. It's an open and shut case. Only thing is to be determined is the amount. So that's what I know it's for, is him just setting up the play to be like, you know what? I ain't got no money. So when it comes time for that, he don't have to pay as much as they're probably going to be asking for, in my opinion.
I think that I agree to a certain extent, but here's where I don't. I think, what is it, judgment, $2-3 million? I think he got that, and I think that's about it. I think that based off of probably advances that he got in the game and how contracts were structured and things that he got, I think that he might not have as much money as people thought he might have had. Millions, yes. Are they hitting? Yes. Because who wouldn't want $2-3 million, and who would want to get that shit to fuck up? Maybe he got about 5 or 6. And let's say that 2-3 get him back down to 1 or 2, and then he ain't pay taxes. Who knows? I think it'll break him. I think it really would. I think that what we talked about years ago, oh God, when he was on the height of his fucking mountain, and we was sitting back and going, eventually he would slow down and get out the public eye,
right?
And shit will start catching up to him.
Right.
I think that that's slowly beginning to happen. I think that's beginning to go down. I don't think that there's a situation where he gets out of this settlement and he jumps back on the internet and becomes the 6ix9ine he once was. I don't see it happening. I think people are past that shit. I think he's yesterday's news, and I think that now it's starting to happen to where, and we ain't wishing nothing bad on him, but I guess our eventual ending to his story was somebody putting something on him.
Yeah, and it's the thing. Yeah, it's like that persona. I don't know if he can ever get back into that persona.
Nah, man.
You know what I mean? Again, because it's like it's so detrimental at this point, and nobody believes it at this point. Because even when you think about when he first came out, he first got out, he went on live. He probably had like a few million people watching him, because people were tuning in not only to see him, but to see him if he was gonna still talk that shit. And he was still talking that shit, even after he was getting in with people, boom, boom, boom. But somewhere along the line, somebody either told him or the situation's getting to the point was like, damn. Because you got to look at these shows, man. He was probably clearing 100 something a show, maybe close to a show. And you doing, how many shows you do a year? 60 maybe, more?
Yeah, 365 days, he's probably on tour, at least 60 of those.
That's what I'm saying. So that's a boatload of money. And we know the streaming ain't really popping like that. And I'm not going to go out on a limb and say he's broke in terms of broke, but he's probably definitely having some financial issue. But I don't think it's nothing that he can't overcome. I think he has to make a transition, like you said. some reggaeton. You know what I mean? Something like that. You gotta make that transition because like at this point in time, like you only gonna have suckers that's gonna deal with you. Like the fact that Wack and people making this a big deal that Wack 100's managing them. It's a contradiction, but I don't think it's as big a deal as people is making. It's business at the end of the day.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Not in this day and age. Not when like Rat, he ain't snitch. He doing business and getting bread. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure. And let's just keep this all the way 1,000 because yes, 6ix9ine is a rat and he did what he did.
Right.
He ain't the only one in the game who did it. He ain't the only.
Who else? Name some names.
You know, the only reason I'm not gonna sit back and throw that kind of divisive shit out here is because we don't got paperwork on everybody else. We got it on him. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, Snoop was out there doing his thing. We seen some shit about that, and we've had people on the guest. We could talk about that a little bit. I don't know, but allegedly that was Snoop. People like to make fun of Tip. I don't know. That was something funny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
I don't know.
That dude, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that dude.
That's what it's documented.
Yeah, Ashy Boy. We ain't gonna get that. But yeah. Oh, never mind.
It's a lot. People was even saying Freaky Zeke from Dipset. I haven't seen the paperwork, but a lot of people.
It gets thrown out there, so we don't know.
Right. And then there's a lot of fake paperwork coming out. I remember they were saying Fat Joe was a rat at one point. And that got that whole that got to the point where it was like he actually addressed. I think he was going to address it, but it got so big. Yeah, he had to jump on live and address that.
Yeah, hold on. I ain't no fucking rat now.
and then it's crazy. It was paperwork saying Don Carter G, whatever his nigga's name, man. What do you think is just crazy out here with this paperwork? But anything can be made up on the internet. But if you got like some official court documents, like your boy, you know what I mean? He was, telling. And the crazy part is he tried to come back. He wasn't telling. It's like, dog. Like, if you told, you just told. Like, it's documented. Don't say you ain't tell when you told.
Leave him alone. He's a political activist now. Oh, God.
Yeah, right. Did you see Benzino?